I was just going to have Dad tell us a story about when he was younger with Mervin and his dad was sitting on the porch, and you wanted to tell Dave and Lily, that's our cousins down here to visit.
And Lily
There's
and Shelley.
Lily and Shelley and
Dave. Martin. Yeah, there we go.
Anyway, Dad has a funny story he told me the other day, and I about fell out of my chair listening to it. So I've got to have him tell it to you guys so you can have the same laugh I did.
Yeah, so this is, we've convinced Dad to tell stories on all of the brothers and sisters. So this is for all of you Tiggs, Hellers, and Olsons out there. And we're going to get around to all of you before it's done. Okay.
Well, okay, anyway, this is a story that when I was in my late teens, and my brother was 4 years older than me, and we had a friend that was about his age. In fact, they became brothers-in-law later on because they married sisters. Well, anyway, this is before that time, and we'd order, always the three of us would order a whole bunch of fireworks from Toledo, Ohio, and they'd have to come through the freight, and we'd go and pick them up at the freight yard, and we'd got a big box of just all noise fireworks, and there were aerial bombs in there, and 3-shot, 5-shot, 10, up to 10 and 12 shot, I think. But anyway, we were out on the front yard. Dad was sitting on the steps of the front porch, and we were getting ready to fire some of those fireworks, and they put a 3-shot, just set it on the ground. It wasn't very big, and they lit it, and the first one went right up and exploded. Well, when it did, it tipped over the other ones, and they and
Let's see where this is going.
my brother was right in line with it where it was going to go, and so it went off and it sizzled down behind him, and I've never seen him run with his legs so high. If he'd have been in the hurdles, why, he'd have been won first place for sure.
And this was Mervin.
Yeah, this was Mervin. And Curlinson was the other one that was there, and he seen that, and he just fell down on the ground. He's laughing so hard, and it went right up behind my brother and shot off, and he took off running in another direction, and all at once, why, that other one was sizzling off and heading him off, and before he could stop, why, it went right up to, and it shot up, you know, and Dad, he sat there on the porch, and tears were just running down his cheeks, and he was laughing. Kurt was sitting on, or laying on the ground, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. I wish I could have had a movie camera of that, because that would have been a #1 seller. But anyway, after that, they decided, well, in order to fire up those aerial bombs, why, they'd had to anchor them down pretty solid before they got the idea of those things. If they fell over, it didn't go up in the air, they'd go sizzling through the grass.
But yeah, listening to that story was funny. I mean, I laughed so hard. I got tears even here the second time around.
All right, we're going to have him dredge up some other stories before it's all over with, but I hope you enjoyed this one.